You walk into the kitchen. Your cat looks up and meows. Sometimes they take a few small steps toward you, tail relaxed, eyes on your face while the sound continues. It feels direct, almost conversational. But watch two cats together. They pass in a hallway, sit nearby, share the same space, usually in silence. The contrast is clear. Your cat vocalizes to you, but rarely to other cats. Most people assume the sound simply means hunger or attention, but the signal is more deliberate than that. Cats often face you while meowing. The timing shifts with your movement. Even the tone changes depending on the situation. This isn't random noise. It's a human-directed signal. Over time, domestic cats developed a vocal pattern used mainly with people, not with their own species. In this video, you'll see why cats meow at humans, what those sounds are actually asking for, and how your response shapes the conversation. And there's a second shift worth noticing, what it means when a cat gradually stops needing to meow at you as much. Number 1. The signal cats aim at humans. You walk into a room. Your cat lifts their head, turns toward you, and gives a clear meow while watching your face. Sometimes they step closer or pause near your feet and repeat the sound. The timing is precise. It happens the moment you appear or the moment your attention shifts toward them. Now compare that with two cats sharing the same space. They pass quietly in a hallway, sit a few feet apart on the couch, or move around the room without those clear vocal sounds. Their communication happens through posture, tail position, slow blinking, and subtle distance shifts. Adult cats rarely meow at each other. Many people assume meowing is the normal way cats communicate with other cats. But the familiar meow appears most often when a cat is addressing a human. Among cats, body language and scent carry most of the conversation. The signal is directed. Domestic cats gradually developed stronger human-directed vocal sounds than their wild relatives, which rely far more on silent cues. Living alongside humans reshaped how the signal is used. The sound is aimed at you. When your cat faces you and meows, it isn't random noise. It's a learned communication signal within the cat-human relationship. If you notice it, pause and acknowledge them. Brief eye contact or a calm response confirms the signal reached you. Number 2. How cats learn which sounds work. Over time, many owners notice their cat's meow isn't always the same. A short sound when you enter the room, another near the food bowl, a louder series of meows while they walk beside you toward the kitchen. Sometimes they pause, look up at you, and vocalize again if nothing happens. The pattern becomes familiar. It can seem like random attention-seeking, the cat making noise until something works, but watch the timing closely. Cats repeat the sounds that get results. If a particular meow leads to food, a door opening, or interaction, that sound tends to appear in the same situation. Signals strengthen when they succeed. Over many small interactions, cats refine the vocal sounds humans respond to fastest. The process is gradual but consistent. That's why some meows feel specific. Your cat may stand in the same place, face you the same way, and produce a similar sound whenever they want something particular. They aren't guessing, they're refining a signal. Responding consistently helps stabilize this communication. When your reactions are predictable, your cat learns clear, calm ways to reach you. If you notice these small signals, you're already paying closer attention than most people. And if understanding your cat's behavior matters to you, consider subscribing for more insights like this. Now let's look at another moment when cats use this same sound in a very different way. Number 3. The meow that maintains contact. Sometimes the situation looks different from a request. Your cat walks into the room, pauses near the doorway, looks toward you, and gives a short meow before settling onto the couch or floor nearby. Other times they follow you down the hallway, stop when you stop, and make a soft sound while watching your next move. You may notice it when you return home. The door opens, your cat approaches with tail upright, and gives a small vocal sound while circling your legs or sitting close by. After that, They simply remain in the room while you continue your routine. Many people assume these sounds are requests for food, play, or attention. Often they aren't. The timing tells you more than the sound. The meow appears when your presence changes, when you enter a room, move to another space, or return after being gone. The signal maintains awareness. In social animals, brief signals help individuals keep track of each other. Cats usually rely on body language and position, but a short vocal cue directed at a human can serve the same purpose. It's a contact signal. Not every meow asks for something. Sometimes it simply confirms that both of you are present and aware of each other. A simple message, "I'm here." When you hear this quiet check-in, a glance, a soft word, or calm acknowledgement usually completes the exchange. Number 4. Why the sound changes for humans. If you listen over time, your cat's meow rarely stays the same. A short, neutral sound when they enter the room, a longer call near the food area while they glance between you and the bowl. Sometimes the pitch rises or the sound repeats in small bursts while they wait beside you. The context changes, the sound changes with it. Many people assume cats have one natural meow that appears in every situation. But daily interactions show something more flexible. Length, pitch, and repetition shift depending on what the cat is communicating and how humans tend to respond. The signal adjusts. Over time, cats repeat the vocal patterns that capture human attention most effectively. Some sounds stand out more clearly against the quiet of a home. Research on feline vocalizations suggests that certain solicitation calls contain frequencies human ears notice quickly. That may explain why some meows sound sharper or more persistent in specific moments. The signal adapts to the listener. Cats aren't consciously designing the sound, but repeated interaction shapes which vocal patterns work best with people. The adjustment is subtle, but it reveals something important. Your cat isn't simply making noise near you, they're shaping the signal for human attention. When you notice differences in tone or repetition, it becomes easier to understand what your cat is communicating in that moment. Number 5. Why this sound starts in kittenhood. Watch a group of young kittens, and the sound appears constantly. A kitten wanders a few steps from the nest, turns toward the mother, and gives a small meow while moving back toward her. Another approaches while vocalizing softly, especially around feeding or when seeking warmth and contact. Movement and sound happen together. The kitten approaches, looks up, and meows again if the mother doesn't respond. The signal repeats until the distance closes or the need is met. As cats mature, the pattern changes. Adult cats rarely use these same vocal signals with other cats. Two cats may share the same space for hours with almost no meowing. Communication shifts to posture, scent, and spatial positioning. The vocal signal fades between cats. Many behavior researchers believe the familiar meow directed at humans grows out of those early kitten calls. The sound doesn't disappear, it changes target. The responder shifts, and the signal follows. Your cat isn't mistaking you for another cat. They're directing the call toward the individual who reliably responds to their needs: food, access, safety, and attention. You become the responder. When you answer these signals calmly and consistently, your cat learns that vocal communication with you remains stable and effective. Over time, clear responses reduce anxious or repetitive calling. Number 6. When the meowing becomes less necessary. In the early weeks of living together, many cats vocalize often. You hear meows when you enter the kitchen, approach the door, or sit nearby. Sometimes they repeat the sound while pacing a few steps, watching your hands or your movement through the room. The signal is clear. They want your attention. Over time, the pattern often shifts. Instead of meowing immediately, your cat may walk toward you quietly and sit nearby. They wait beside the food area without a sound, or settle next to you on the couch and watch your face for a moment. The communication becomes quieter. Many owners worry when this happens. A quieter cat can feel like a distant cat, especially if earlier months included frequent vocal interaction. Often, the opposite is true. Once communication becomes predictable, animals reduce unnecessary signals. If a quiet approach produces the same result as a meow, food, attention, or a door opening, the vocal cue becomes less necessary. The testing phase ends. Your cat already knows the signal works. That's why some cats replace repeated meowing with proximity, sitting near you, waiting calmly, watching your movement before acting. Expectation replaces the call. Sometimes the quietest moment carries the most meaning. The conversation hasn't disappeared, it has simply become quieter. Your cat assumes you understand. Keeping routines steady, feeding times, responses, and daily interactions preserves this calm communication pattern so your cat never needs to escalate signals to be heard.